This time next year, Theresa May plans to be attending the final EU summit of any British Prime Minister, but right now all eyes on some neighbourly support and solidarity against the Kremlin. A tap on the shoulder from Jean-Claude Juncker, with perhaps some making up to do after this week's fawning letter to President Putin congratulating him on his re-election.
Russia staged a brazen and reckless attack against the United Kingdom when it attempted the murder of 2 people on the streets of Salisbury. I'll be raising this issue with my counterparts today because it's clear that the Russian threat does not respect borders, and indeed the incident in Salisbury was part of a pattern of Russian aggression against Europe and its near neighbours, from the Western Balkans to the Middle East.
A three-way discussion for the Prime Minister with Germany and France, shoring up support for a bold stance against Russia, the PM canvassing support in the Council margins.
I think that all of us were considering the first, we fully support United Kingdom in this situation, and we support the measures United Kingdom is applying, and all of us, we are considering such measures. The same I'm doing also as President of Lithuania.
Not everyone in full support, though. Is it time to get tough with Russia, Prime Minister?
Hello.
Bulgaria, Hungary and Greece a little more prepared to listen to the Russian point of view for now, but influential allies of Angela Merkel backing up the PM on Salisbury.
The European Council must give a very clear signal of solidarity to our friends in Great Britain. We have a common problem with the aggressive behavior of the Russians, and that's why Europe has to be united in this regard. I would even go so far that further sanctions should not be taken away from the table.
On Russia, this is about rhetorical solidarity for the UK, not more sanctions just yet. Not everyone convinced, despite intelligence sharing behind closed doors amongst the EU 27, and all that against the backdrop of Brexit negotiations. But on the way in, the Irish Prime Minister claiming victory on the shape of the transition period to be signed off later at the summit.
And it had been suggested in the past by the British side and others that they would seek some changes to rules and regulations during that period. It's now going to be the case that for the best part of 2 years after the UK leaves the European Union, they will still be bound by rules and regulations and European laws that they no longer have an input into.
And perhaps not entirely helpfully, Vince Cable in town, seeking the support of Liberal Prime Ministers for a second referendum and getting somewhere, at least, with the influential Dutch.
Afternoon, sir.
The message from the PM, though, an amicable breakup of the EU family, all the more necessary in the face of common threats. Faisal Islam, Sky News, in Brussels.